Imagine this, it's your first week at the warehouse job and the robot is reporting some camera issue. What are you going to do, right? You have no idea whether you're supposed to call the IT support or will it get fixed on its own. Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond the Prompt podcast. This is like a simple podcast setup that we have done. I'm Shreya, Vinay and Pawan. So before we proceed guys, we'll just give you like a quick recap of what we did last time.
Sure.
Why Langflow?
So Langflow is a no-code, low-code platform where any developer or a product manager can build an automation and have AI in the workflow.
So we hope you remember this guys. Now coming back to today's topic. So here's the cool part. Now we have built this chatbot into an enterprise system and all I have to do is just type why is the camera not working, and that's it. It will send us step by step with image references and tell you like a proper way to follow and sort out the issue or troubleshoot the issue. We cannot begin to tell you how helpful this is for a newbie at the company who doesn't have a clue over all these things. So this solves a really amazing issue, and now we're gonna take you through the actual demonstration of how it works, and let's just go through it.
So now let's walk through the SOP processing pipeline, Pawan. So what happens when a user uploads a PDF containing SOP data, right?
Exactly.
The system associates that with a specific session ID.
Correct. That's when the data loader flow is triggered. This is the main component in our pipeline which handles the whole document.
Yes. So now the PDF is now split into different chunks with certain overlap, and also the images are also split separately.
Exactly. Then this chunks are passed to Ollama embeddings, it's a local Ollama embedding. This ensures that the embeddings are generated efficiently and securely and without reliance on any external services. So because this is a local one.
Yeah, so these embeddings are now stored in MongoDB Cloud Atlas, which is a database as a service cloud provider. And each collection in the MongoDB Cloud Atlas is also associated with a session ID, and also the vector search index is also associated with a session ID.
Exactly. So for every uploaded SOP, we have a uniquely indexed collection in the MongoDB Atlas, which is easy to be queried for. So this creates the downstream task very easy, and it also lets us do a enterprise like chatbot responses.
This architecture is now created in a enterprise ready way, so that each specific session is isolated with its own context, so that the LLM can retrieve a specific session ID's contextual information.
Okay, so Vinay, so when the user sends the query on the enterprise chatbot, how does the RAG process actually work on Langflow?
Yeah, so RAG process is divided into two different components. One is retrieval, the other is generation.
Okay.
So for the retrieval process, what we are doing is we are taking the user's input, converting that into an embedding using the local embedding that we have, and we are doing a similarity search on the chunks that are stored in the vector database.
Sure.
And the similarity search will pick the most relevant chunks that are stored in the vector database and the image associated with it. This is the retrieval process.
Okay, so those retrieved chunks are used to build the final response, right?
Exactly. This retrieved embeddings are then sent to a generative AI model, which then generates a contextual answer, rich answer, along with images that are fetched from the retrieval process.
Okay, that's nice. That makes sense.
Yeah.
This is our OT service support chatbot, whose backend is powered by Langflow and built on Streamlit UI with session management.
Here we are uploading a SOP.
We are using two different Langflow flows to trigger two different functionalities in this Streamlit application. So the upload process triggers the Langflow data load pipeline.
We have built multiple custom components to process the PDF file uploaded by the user. We have built a folder file reader which processes the text and the images inside the PDF. And also we have used a page splitter and a parser and a split text to chunk these text file and the images that are obtained.
The output from the parser is connected to the MongoDB Atlas component, and we are using a local Ollama embedding, which is using MXBI embed large model, and we are also creating a cosine vector index in MongoDB database for this collection. Once we have our SOP documentation in place, we are going to ask the chatbot the issues that we are facing. So here we are asking if the camera is not working, and this triggers the RAG pipeline, which has the following components. The chat input component receives the input from the Streamlit application along with its session ID. The output from chat output component and Ollama embeddings component is fed to the MongoDB Atlas component for similarity search. This is our retrieval section. The parser along with the prompt sets up the data and the context for the model in performing the generation after retrieving the data. Here we are using another MongoDB Atlas component as a toolset to the agent, which provides the suggestions in the chat for the user.
The generated output from the model is fed into a text and image formatter, which is retrieving the images from the vector database, and this combination is fed into the chat output via the chat merger component.
The output is now displayed on the Streamlit UI along with the suggestions from the suggester agent. With the help of session management, we are able to create new sessions and store the history of the previous sessions. Now we are creating a new session and uploading a new SOP file. Once the upload process completes, the same process is now repeated. With the new session ID, a new vector index is created with a new collection. We can continue this process by asking more questions to the chatbot, and we get more contextual answers from the RAG.
Alright guys, that's about it. We have added the GitHub and Langflow link below in the description. Do check it out please. And thank you so much for watching it till here. See you in the next one.